First of all, guys, good to see you. Thank you for taking the time. Julia, I'm going to start out an interview probably in a way that no other reporter has. I'm going to bring up Seinfeld.
Okay.
Because I know that DC and Superman, they were brought up a lot over the course of the show because I believe that Jerry was a fan of Superman. Right. But there was a pretty intense Marvel debate in one of the episodes. And I don't know if you remember. I have the clip if you'd like to see it.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Well, after ordering Mr. Seinfeld and Mr. Costanza debated on whether or not Iron Man wore some sort of undergarment between his skin and his iron suit.
And I still say he's naked under there.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Shut up.
So, in a very intense Iron Man Marvel debate inside, but do you remember, like, since there were so many superhero references, was there a lot of nerdy superhero talk on the set at all? Was Marvel ever mentioned?
Well, Marvel was just mentioned there, as you showed me. I remember a lot of Superman talk, and of course we did Bizarro. We did the Bizarro Jerry episode. You know, actually, in fact, Dave Mandel was one of the writer-producers on Seinfeld. Huge Marvel fanatic, huge comic book expert, and he actually wrote the Bizarro Jerry episode. So there was a lot of those references throughout the run of the show.
I feel like you get to weigh in now. Is Iron Man wearing underwear under his suit?
100%. He's got underwear. He's got to. I mean, who are we kidding?
He's got to be.
How could he not?
He's got to be. You've got such a great moment. I know people are responding to it, which I think says a lot. Where you talk about, I was in high school when the Avengers saved New York. Because it took all of us back to, well, where were we when they came through? Do you guys remember, were you there opening weekend, Iron Man, weekend one? Like, what was your first theatrical MCU experience?
Ooh. Well, I was in high school when I saw the Avengers. I really, it's so surreal that I'm saying that in this film because that is true. I went to the mall with my friends and we watched it and I remember being blown away and, it's Marvel movies kind of like come at all these different points in your life. And then I remember seeing Black Panther when I moved to Brooklyn and how like amazing that theater going experience was. They're these like markers of time in a weird way.
36 movies in. Have you guys seen every single one of them? Are there any blind spots?
For me, there are blind spots, but please don't
It's just
judge.
us talking. 36 movies is a lot.
It's a lot of movies. It's a lot of movies. Yeah.
Especially, we could treat this as movie one, and the first 35 are the prequels.
Thank you.
So we'll do a little bit of homework.
That's nice.
I got you. Don't worry. I got
Appreciate you.
As your career was blowing up, I feel like, was around the time that Tim Burton, I think, was doing Batman. He was kind of bringing Batman and kind of showing audiences that these movies really had
legs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But long before MCU, was there ever, anyone ever try to get you into, whether it be X-Men or Batman, or was that interesting to you at all?
It definitely interesting, but no, nobody was talking to me then about it. And it wasn't until I met with Kevin Feige and Lou D'Esposito to talk about being a part of this universe. And really, I wanted to impress my kids. And so, and of course, I knew that this was iconic, and it sounded like it might be a really cool fit because you wouldn't have thought of it for me.
You were impressive before this.
No, I'm not saying. Thank you very much, but what I mean is that it's a different genre.
Exactly. Yeah. MCU and Veep are just different. They're in different boats.
Yeah.
Val gives some orders that I think a lot of people would deem questionable, whether or not they should be followed or not. Obviously, as actors, you have to listen to your director and sometimes follow their direction, whether you agree with it or not. In your career, not saying to name names, what's the worst piece of direction you've ever gotten in your career?
The worst piece of direction I was ever given was a director said to me, don't worry about any of the, I was trying to figure out some business, which is like an actor word for what am I doing as I'm in the middle of this dialogue. And he said, don't worry about the business, just stand over there. And that was a bummer. That was a bummer. It kind of pissed me off.
like don't care about your character.
Correct.
Like that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, I had a director say to me once, that was an 8 out of 10, and we need a 10 out of 10. And that was brutal to hear, because I was kind of like, well, okay, how do we get there, you know? Yes. It wasn't necessarily constructive criticism.
No.
It just sort of put me on my head. So that was not helpful.
Because I'd imagine it's all about communication, and
Yes.
there had to be it's one of the, like, there had to be a better way to say that.
100%. Yeah.
You got to know how to communicate.
Yeah.
I get that. If you don't mind, one sort of selfish question.
Sure.
Obviously, I've mentioned we love you in Chicago. You spent so many of your important years as a young actor in our city.
Yes.
What's the most important lesson you learned from your time at Northwestern, from your time in Chicago, that you find even still applicable today?
Oh, very simple. Pursue the fun, and it will work out.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I work with people that I loved doing really fun things as an ensemble, and as a result, it worked out. And that's just remained true my entire career.
I love that. Right now, everyone is questioning what's happening with Doomsday, who's going to be in Doomsday, who's not going to be in Doomsday. Mm-hmm. Hypothetically, let's put both of you guys in it. Who is the Marvel character you'd love to see interact with the person sitting next to you?
Oh, for each other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh. I would love to see Julia with Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
My two.
In
buddies.
anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very good.
Yeah.
I would like to see you with... Oh, no, he won't be in it. I would like to see you with Thanos.
Little,
Okay.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
little snapping action.
Yeah.
I like
absolutely.
that. I like that. I dig that. And I hope you don't mind if you don't want to answer this question, that's fine. But just on a personal level, just on a human level, I know you and your family lost your home in the fires, and I just want to as a person to person, just ask how you're doing and how your family's doing, and is everyone okay?
Everybody is fine. We are all safe as a family, but it was a pretty devastating loss. And like so many people who live in Los Angeles, we are, trying to get past it. But it was pretty brutal, and for our whole city.
Of course, I mean, but the way everyone has come together in the city and really helped each other, it's been inspiring for a lot of people.
A lot of good. Good behavior, kind behavior has been born out of it. But anyway.
Well, I'm happy that everyone's safe and everyone's okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Guys, so I know you have a super busy day. I truly, truly love this movie. I always tell people you do junkets every day. Sometimes you just go, hey, that's a movie. That got made. But I love this movie. So seriously, thank you guys for taking the time. I appreciate
I'm glad.